Hey everyone, Lensman Oz here, and welcome to episode 12 of the Revolution 2 Let's Play series. Today I'm going to work a little bit on farming. Now, I came to the conclusion that certain farms don't work, and I think I actually got that bit wrong. The fans, I think I said that I couldn't plant anything, it just wouldn't let me plant them. It turns out that there's a bit of a weird mechanic with the soil, and that there has to be wet soil, wet tilled soil for it to plant. Otherwise it wouldn't go in. So I was going to go with the fan system from RotaryCraft, but I figure I'm going to do a forestry farm. Now, I haven't built a forestry farm in a long time. I'm going to build it out here, and the reason I'm going to do the forestry farm is I'm going to put sugar in it as well. Now, I tried in a bit of a test area to do Buildcraft robots, and they didn't seem to work. Now, I was reading a forum, and I'm pretty sure it said that the Buildcraft robots should work with AgriCraft. I'm going to have to double check that. But yeah, it didn't seem to want to come over and pick it, when it was mature. So I've left it for now, and I'm going to try a forestry farm. So we're going to need a bunch of stuff to do a forestry farm, and I have a ton of stuff in my inventory that I just don't need. I made a couple of solar panels, and I'll show you why I made that in just a second. I don't have a use for that one yet. I made two just for giggles. I do have plans for it. Don't get me wrong. It'll get hooked up into the system, but I'll just throw these down here. I pilfered these from down the dungeon underneath. I figured this area would look quite nice like that. I made a change to the water pump, and I've since edited the configs of the pack to allow me to chunk load, because for some reason it was turned off. So I've now chunk loaded the water setup. Mainly, the water wasn't pumping up. I had that pump all the way over there, and nothing was happening. The steam engines were using the water, and just wasn't getting anywhere. So I repurposed a bunch of gold and a bunch of green dye, and I made some gold pipes. And down here on the pumps, I put the solar panel. So it was having a bit of an issue pumping, and I mean, you can see there's not much water flowing here, and it's still having a bit of an issue. I've added a chunk loader in, which I can now get rid of. A world anchor, I should say. Now, this, I have to admit, I cheated this one in. I will delete it in just a second. Just trying to get things to work, trying to get it to pump over. But now that I've got the chunk loading working, I can get rid of that and throw it all away, and this should work fine. So I've now got two pumps. And this solar panel is pumping, providing for both. Mainly because I don't think it was actually getting water as much as it was pulling water up. So look at this, it's running now. I don't know. I was just having some issues, and it's because of the finite water. It was pumping water out, and you can see the levels dropped significantly in this lake. But I did say one of the first things was I planned to pump the lake out. So I will need to run some more pipes and put the pumps out further, which may be sooner rather than later. Look, these sharks floating around, I don't want to go swimming. But it's definitely getting there. We're definitely, I think another block just disappeared over there. It's definitely pumping water up. It doesn't seem to pump it up the hill real well. So I don't know whether to make this straight and put some blocks under it just to give it a bit less of a push up there, but you see there it's flowing away. Yeah, anyway. So I upgraded the pumps a bit, added the golden pipe to try and get it to flow a bit better. But I mean, it's keeping the thing full. It's keeping the water tank full, and that's the main thing. There's plenty of water out there to restock with when I need it. Now, what I'm going to do is we're going to, as I said before, love the texture. Whoops. Anyway, I'm going to set up a forestry farm, and to do that I'm going to need a bunch of stuff. So these are the farm blocks. Now I could have gone the Ender.io farming station, I could have gone as I said the RotaryCraft one, but these farm blocks will require tin electron tubes, right? And whatever block I'm going to make them out of. I've got some stone cooking up, I was just going to make it out of stone bricks. Tin electron tubes require the thermionic fabricator. Thermionic. Hopefully I can make this, I haven't really looked. So I'm going to need some bronze and some glass and a chest, some gold. So I'm going to go and make this item, and I'm going to start crafting up the electron tubes, which if you look there, you know, it's just not the diamond, I need the tin ones. So tin, redstone, and some sand, and that gives us 4 each. So I don't know how big I'm going to make the farm yet. I normally do a 4 by 3 by 4, and then I'm going to need the hatch. I'm going to need the gearbox for power to go in, the hatch for items to go in, and the valve for water to go in. So I need a bunch of tin gears, of which hopefully, yep, I can throw tin into the metal press. So this is just going to be a lot of crafting, copper, making these, you know, stone bricks, etc. So I'm going to get in and do that, and I'll be back once I've got that done. Okay, so I've checked into the configs, and I double checked on the website. In this pack, the farms are set up in a square, so you don't have to use that diamond pattern that that's normally reserved for the forestry farms. So it's set up to square. So I think that's the right amount of size that we're going to need. One thing I am hoping is that the compost from this, whatever mod this is, garden core, I'm hoping that this compost works as fertilizer. Otherwise I need to go and find some apatite, which could be interesting. This is almost... Oh, it has finished. Oh, it's finished. Now you can turn off. It has finally finished. The octadic capacitor. Which, if we go and get the book... I threw in here, didn't I? Yep. That was that last quest. I was waiting on. Too much junk, as always. So let's just... I really have too much crud. You can just go in there for the moment. Can I claim that now? Yes. Book can go back away. They can go away. Let's open this and get trolled. Very much so. Definitely not needed in this pack. Stamps. That's what I need. Stamps. So I set up the thermionic fabricator over here, and I've made 40 so far. I need 48, I think I worked out. 48 blocks. So that's the 48 tin electron tubes. I don't know if this continues to use power after I when it's not crafting, so I'm going to disable it for the moment. It's full of power too. Yeah, see, it's using power just sitting there, which is a bummer. It's using a lot of power too. I made another laser too, which you might have noticed. I crafted another laser in between episodes there and threw that in just to make that a bit faster because it was taking forever. Where was I? I was making tin gears. They're in here. So let's get farm blocks. So I need some slabs and I need a bunch of copper. I've got 64 copper on me. You know what? Let's make this over here. Still got tin pulverizing up because I'm probably still going to need more of it. Slabs, thanks. So we're going to need, not flick. Okay, so we've got enough at the moment to do 6. I'm going to put all these items in here. Need a bunch more slabs. And then we should be good. Let's go get some wood. I have some here somewhere. Yeah, you can turn into slabs, I'm sure. Whether they work or not, we'll find out in a second. Here's hoping. Don't know if this will work. Hey, it does. Okay. So if I make that 6. What am I missing? Stone bricks. Up to 9. $36. What am I missing now? Copper. So we're up to 39. We need another 9. Come on, where's some wood? Let's make some more. Wasn't planning on doing this. Okay, so that's another 3. 3 more to go. Getting there very slowly. That'll do. Okay, so that should be our 48 farm blocks. Now we need to turn one of them into a gearbox. Like so. A gearbox. And then one needs to be a hatch. So we're going to need a trapdoor. Okay. See if I can turn that back into wood. Oh, really? I was hoping I could turn that back into wood. Can I make a trapdoor out of this? Yep, excellent. So one of them, 2 of them, one of these. It's the hatch. And then what do we need? We need the valve. The valve is 2 glass. I don't think. Oh, I've got glass on there. 2 glass. One of them, and one of these. Excellent. Awesome. So that should be everything we require. Let's dump off some of the extra crud we got from doing bits and pieces there. Put this gold away. Let's see over here in the farm area, we'll see what we can do. Okay, I'm going to end up having to dig under here and I'm going to have to prop it up and do all sorts of stuff. So I'm not sure how best to do that yet. I might... and I also need to re-fence this once we're done. Shovel here. I went through my dark shovel. Let's go down here. So we'll go underneath. Just make it one wide for the moment. Okay, so the plan is to have it sticking up one level. So hopefully the way it should work is that, let's see if these fall actually. That'll be interesting if it does. Yeah, that should be a level. And then we should be able to put, so this will be another level where the dirt will be. And it's night time again. It's ridiculous. So the dirt should get put into this level. So I should have one more level available down here. And this will be the level at which we put our items. So we want our gearbox, valve, and I'm going to use the conduits to hook this up. That should be alright. I'll have to do some more work and I have to make some conduits before I can get there. I should be able to make one more level here. Not with that. With these. Like so, and that should form. Excellent. Next thing we're going to need to do is work out what form of farm we're going to do. Now, because I want to do the sugarcane, what do we need? We're going to need the tubes. Each of these does particular farm. So I'm going to need a bronze for the crop farm, at least one. And then I want one that does reeds. It's this one here. So I'm going to need a diamantine one. I don't think I need pumpkins or any of that sort of stuff. So maybe if I do like, because I want to produce sugar. I want to produce the sugar so that we can pump that into the engines here. And I plan on trying to get a lot of power in the meantime, just from the RF thing. I plan to run the farm with one of those ethanol engines and the RF converter, just for the moment, till we can get some better power generation done. So this setup here, the rotational dynamo, which hopefully I can make one. Otherwise I'll move this one. Yeah, that's right, I did make this one. They're not that hard. They're probably not amazing output, but you know, we can do that. We'll make another one of them, and I'll run the farm just using this. So a few of the things I'm going to need, that's items. I'm going to need a bunch more of the fluid ones, which means I'm going to need to do some crafting. So I don't think I've got I don't have a bunch available. But that is the plan. That is to get this farm up and running. So we need to make a soldering iron. Sort of jumping around a bit. I'm going to need to make a carpenter. Put some water in it. Carpenter's bronze, which is tin and copper. I'll need 2 lots of that. So I'm going to need, pretty sure this is how the carpenter's made. Let's better check that before I go too far. Yep, sturdy casing and some glass. So I'm going to need, yep, 2 more. I'll put the glass in that factory thing. Coming up. So let's go like this, and this, and hey, that's not what I asked for. Carpenter, which again is going to require power and water. So we'll head over here and we'll just plonk this down there. That will give it power. And I'll just put a bucket of water in there for now. So to make, what was the soldering iron recipe? 3 iron and a bronze. So I've got a bronze, I've got no iron on me. Typical. Over here, 3 iron and a bronze, and then I'm going to need to make the circuits. 1, 2, 3, and a bronze. Make away, my friend. So then I'm going to need these doobies. Now, I don't know what. May as well make the big one, just because. Redstone and gold. Not sure if I need the big one. So let's get, I'm going to need another bucket of water in there. And we'll go and get some redstone and some gold. Should be enough. And put it in here. Like so. I'm going to get the last few items that I require, including the item conduits and the fluid conduits and the power conduits and all that sort of stuff. And probably make another one of these rotational dynamos. And I'll get my engine and everything out. And I'll be back once I'm ready to get the farm running. Back in a second. I think I've almost got everything I need now. I've made 2 of these circuit boards because I'm not sure about the whole manual and managed. It seems I can only do the reed farm in a manual farm, which, okay, that it'll work. But what I plan on doing is pulling the sugar out and running it into this other into another grinder that I'm going to put here to turn it into sugar, because as much as it's slow as compared to the squeezer over there, the Pam's Harvestcraft squeezer over there, it gives you 3 instead of just the 1 that the squeezer gives you. I also know that using this engine and the rotational dynamo is not going to give me the amount of power that I could get. I wouldn't mind getting a water wheel going and then doing the whole 64 tall water drop for the water wheel, which is the other reason why we're making lubricant, so we can get some better power. But the rotational dynamos, if you read the book, can handle 1024 torque, and I think the water wheels put out, I don't know, some insane amount of torque, so we'd need gearboxes and stuff, plus the fact that I can't make the spring steel required for a water wheel yet. But we're getting there slowly. Early days yet. There was a comment to maybe change my fences to stone ones, so that's probably going to happen. I generally am doing my best to sleep through the night at the moment, and I'm sleeping early before the blood moon thing can happen, so it gets to about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm going to bed. But I will get some stone walls, I think, and go all the way around here now. We're really starting to spread out. So down here I've connected up 3 of the conduits. I don't think I've got enough item conduits yet, that's right. I was making some more of the pulsating iron, I think it is. The one that can make the item conduits in here. Yep, pulsating iron. So I'll just make another lot. I've got a ton of binder now. I went and sheared some sheep. Always hungry. Pancakes good. Just need soy, which is quite useful. Oh, I think there is some other stuff. I think it requires some of the wheat that's in the thing. But yeah, this farm I'm hoping to put wheat in as well. I think we might actually be able to get one more row this way. I'm not sure. I've never done the square farm before, so everything's new. So we're going to run this pipe to go and get water, which again I don't think I've got enough. I don't have enough conduits yet, so what I'm going to do in the meantime is I'm going to thieve this drum. Maybe what I'll do is I'll just hook up normal pipes onto the top of the drum. We will extract without signal, so that should put water into the farm. Yep, tons of water. So now it needs power. We'll run the power out. And as I said, it's just going to be the basic. I know there's a block I can jump on there. It's just going to be the basic rotational dynamo for the moment. I hope I can do this. Yep, that's connected. And then I'll put, where are you there? Just a gasoline engine in like that. And that should get us some power. we put some of this in, it should put some power in there. And I'll need a sound muffler over here. I'll find some more of that wool, because that's far too loud. And I'm going to sleep. It's 2:30 in the afternoon. Right. That's still going to be running. So what we'll do is we'll step back a little bit more, and I'll set up these circuits. So what have we got? We've got currently facing north. So north is towards there, and I think it goes in north, south, east, west. I might just check that. Let's see. The wiki is your friend. Somewhere here. Okay. I know I read it before. North, south, east, west. Okay. So you put the circuit in last. We're going to do... I need to put this into manual farm. Oh, it's got it on there now. So we'll do the reed farm on the west. And what do we got? Crops and vegetables. Now, vegetables, I'm not sure whether it's going to work. But I feel like I want to do that just for the moment. So that's got the circuit we need. Hopefully that, yep, the minute's over. That's stopped making noise. So what I'm hoping is by putting this in here, this will give us vegetables, reeds, or sugarcane, and then 2 manual farms. I'm hoping I can put, and I did try it a bit, it does seem to accept the canola as a crop. So all I need now is fertilizer, and I'm really, really hoping that this stuff over here will work. It's only a matter of time. We'll find out. If it doesn't, then I'm going to need to cut so I can go and find some apatite. No! I guess that's a no. Alright. I'm going to make a sound muffler. I'm going to make some more fences. And I'm going to find some apatite. Hopefully there's some. I'm fingers crossed. And I'll be right back. Alright, I found some apatite. And I have converted it into some fertilizer. I didn't find much, just a little bit. So fertilizer's in. 300. What? Why is this hot? Why is this arid? 377% hydration. Wow. Because these are manual farms, I think I need to place the dirt manually, of course. So if I, obviously with a managed farm, it would do it itself. See, it's starting to hoe it. Problem being, you would have seen it just there, that because there's no water, it's drying out and becoming, barren again. So I'm going to try and, I don't know where the best place to put water is, so I'm just going to pick a block and put it in there. I might end up putting it maybe in the corners, maybe here or something. Maybe that's a better spot. But I figure I'll be putting a fair bit, I didn't do that, putting a fair bit of water around so that it stays as farmland. It doesn't turn back into just dirt. So obviously we want to make sure we're keeping everything hydrated. Now I'm not sure what side's that one. That's west. Yeah, west is the reed farm. So that one there may need to be sand. But at the moment, let's... If I put... Okay. If I put these in, will it plant them, or do I need to actually place some first? Oh no, it's planting them. Oh, it's night time. I'll sleep on my farm. So this is now planting the canola, which is excellent, and I'll need to go and get some wheat seeds. I'm not sure if it can handle the AgriCraft scanned seeds. I don't think it will, which is a bummer, because imagine some nice 10-10-10s would be good. We can find out. We'll grab one of these and throw it in there. And if not, you know, I'll go and find some wheat seeds and place them. Pretty sure I can plant wheat. If not, I'm not sure. This is definitely working. That's a good sign. I know these need to be, you can see they need to be hydrated before it'll work. Don't know how much water we're chewing through. That's not that bad. Okay, so seeds are in there. Whether or not it lets them plant, I don't know. Go and get some normal seeds. But the idea, obviously, as I said before, was to get this working, get them in and growing, and worst case, work out another way of doing food, because it's just gonna degrade. So, you know, don't really need to waste power and energy pumping it in there if it's not going to work. Let's just try grabbing some sand to try and plant this sugarcane, which is obviously going to need water source as well. I'm pretty sure, as I said, it's this side that it's going to be. So let's place down some sand, and I hope I can do this. Yes. So at the moment, obviously, that's not the most efficient, but I think it was west. We can double check, I guess, if we open up the soldering iron and go to manual. West. I can't remember what order I put them in now. Typical. I'm guessing that's west. Because we've got... Oh, look. Oh, the wheat. They planted the wheat. Okay. That's interesting. Probably it. No? Fertilizer's still going alright. Still got the still plenty of seeds in it. So yeah, I think this might be working. I'm not sure how efficient it's going to be, as I said, and I'm not sure what section's what now, what it's going to harvest and what it's not. And I'll do some work in between episodes to work out which bit's which, because obviously this here is farmland, but it doesn't seem to be hoeing either of these two. And I thought this one here was going to be the vegetable farm, being the north side. Anyway, so that's the farm setup. I'm going to connect a few bits up in between. I'll get some water over here. Maybe I'll make some more of those conduits and hook it up. Or the drum's probably a good buffer. But I'm going to cut it here and continue in the next episode, getting this farm connected up and making sure that we're getting lots of lubricant and lots of sugar. So we've got ethanol, and maybe we'll look at a better... Actually, that's probably out of power, isn't it? I'm going to say it's out of power. Not sure where its power bar is. It doesn't actually say anything. Just before we cut, let's just quickly throw a little bit more ethanol in it. and we'll see if that is the case, whether it is just out of power. Not sure. Really not sure. Alright. Thanks for watching. Comments as always in the section below, and if you liked it, hit that like button, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thanks a lot.